Rouse's Markets is voted best grocery store in New Orleans, best grocery store in Baton Rouge, Mississippi, Gulf Coast, Thibodeau, Houma, Hammond, Lake Charles, Mobile, year after year. Thank you for choosing us best grocery store on the Gulf Coast. Number one. Thank you.
Thank you.
The number one grocery store
In Mississippi, Alabama,
Louisiana. 1 million customers a week can't be wrong. Welcome to Rouse's.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to Bayou Time. I'm Lonnie Thibodeau, happy to be substituting tonight for our usual host. And tonight we're happy to have back with us someone who was with us last night, Jared David, our good friend, Director of Communications and Legislative Affairs for Nicholls State. Jared, how's it been hanging with me for the past 24 hours, waiting to talk to me again about important Nicholls stuff?
I always love being here and the opportunity to talk about Nicholls and get the word out. So thank you for having me.
Well, graduation we talked about last night, which is coming up this Saturday.
That's right.
A few other things we want to talk about. One is something I was not aware of, and you told me about this yesterday, and this is huge. I mean, this is very impressive. The Bridge to Independence program that people are not probably tremendously aware of, maybe a little bit aware of. You see it on social media or whatever. But that program at Nicholls, A, is tremendous.
It's huge.
Very successful. B, big time. I don't know, what word do we use? Donations, contribute, whatever.
Yeah, definitely. It's donations. These young people have just won the hearts of all of us at Nicholls. We love having them, and they've won the hearts of some of our donors. And through two very generous donations, two $500,000 donations, they're building out a space for these students to go and learn and just grow. One half is, of course, for our degree-seeking students, maybe students on the autism spectrum.
Right.
They're going to have their own dedicated space to go and study and get tutoring and just talk amongst one another.
Right.
The other half is for our certificate-seeking students on the Down syndrome end.
Right.
They're going to learn life skills there. So there's a kitchen, there's washing machine and dryer, and things that they're going to learn, need to know how to do to live on their own. The space is phenomenal. So those two donations were key in building out that space and growing that program.
That's awesome. So $1 million for Bridge to Independence. That is incredible. Another thing that's going on, 41 years ago, when I graduated from Nicholls, I was a government pre-law major and took very few business classes. I took business law. You had to take marketing 101. I probably took 3 at most 4 business classes. But one of the gentlemen who taught me a business class was Dr. Ponder.
Dr. Ponder.
So, and I remember him, kind man, good professor,
Such a great
very, very impressive. There's something going on in his memory right now.
That's right. So his family and his son, of course, Dr. Ponder, medical Dr. Ponder.
Right.
They've come forward and made a donation to name a space after his father, his late father, Mr. Jim. Like you said, just the kindest individual. I had the pleasure of, in his later years, I never got to take a class with him, but in his later years, he and I went to the same gym, and he would give me advice, and we would just kind of hold court in the mornings, if you would, before he'd go play golf. So I was very pleased to see his family honoring his name. They already have a space named for Miss Marilyn, and so
his late wife, right?
That's correct. And so now we're gonna honor his name in what will be the new College of Business.
Right. That is so exciting. And I just noticed in recent days the word had gotten out about that. And so wow, that's tremendous. Again, we kind of prefaced this segment, and even last night as we were prefacing it even then, is there's so many exciting things going on that campus right now. Not only graduation coming up this Saturday, but beyond that, you just talked about too, there's another thing coming up. I know the marine transportation program, in particular at Nicholls, which I remember when that started a number of years ago. So the idea is the universities have come kind of together to come up with a maritime academy. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, it's absolutely right. So the University of Louisiana system is spearheading this program, and it's going to involve all of the campuses in that system.
Right.
But it's going to be headquartered at Nicholls State University. And the really big thing when you look at what this program is, the federal government has to approve maritime academies.
Right.
They've not approved one in 50 years.
Anywhere
Anywhere in the United
Wow.
States. There are only 5 in the United States. We're getting one right here at Nicholls State University. And former Coast Guard Captain, Captain Kelly Denning, she just recently retired. She's coming back. I think she might have been retired for a whole 5 days, and we pulled her right out of retirement, and she's going to run that academy.
Yeah.
We got that marine transportation degree approved at the state level. So we're ready to go with regard to teaching maritime training.
That is really exciting. Now, time frame wise,
Yes.
if there's potential students sitting out there and they're hearing this right now, kind of what are y'all looking at time frame wise?
So we've had for a number of years the maritime management sub-concentration in the College of Business, and so this is going to build upon that. So students can actually come in and start taking those maritime management courses now.
Right. But the actual formal academy, what we've been
So the
talking
actual
about
academy, we are appealing to the state legislature at this time to try and build a new College of Business building just behind the culinary building, and again, much needed in the way of technology. But it's going to be really great to see how those business students and those marine transportation students really come together in that one building.
Right.
And sort of collaborate.
That's exciting. And so we certainly are looking forward to that happening again.
For
Just
sure.
another tremendous, new program development at our university at Nicholls State.
Just in the last year or so, and projects that have just been completed, are currently being built, or right on the horizon between state and federal and private donor dollars. There's over $100 million. There's about $100 million in funds that have been funneled into Nicholls State University to build out what we have there. It's a real gem.
Unbelievable. That is an unbelievable way to end this segment right there. That figure right there. Again, Jared David, our good friend, Director of Communications and Legislative Affairs at Nicholls State. Jared, thank you for joining us, my friend.
Thank you, Len.
Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time right here on Bayou Time.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.